Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Cori Silva. This is my beautiful wife, Cori Silva.
Thank you so much for that. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty, Silva Lending, and Silva Property Management. We've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super excited to have you all here with us today. Thank you so much for joining us and always showing your support. And welcome to the third week of April. This month is just flying by, right? How is your month going?
I feel a little bit like a fool, right? It's April Fool's month. No,
Why do you feel like a fool?
No, I'm totally kidding. Just like every month this year, it's flying by, like you just said.
Yes.
It's the year is, it's going by too fast.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to slow it down a little bit.
How do you slow time down?
You can't. You can't. And it just feels accelerated. One, it feels accelerated because we're always busy. Thank God.
Thank goodness.
Also because we have babies.
Mm-hmm.
So time just goes by so much faster when you have the babies, right?
Right.
But years going by too quick. We've already been on a couple of trips. Like we've done a bunch of stuff for work and business and started the pot. Like there's so many things going on.
Yes.
But
a lot of wheels turning at the same time.
A lot of stuff going on at the same time. I feel like one of those DJs that are like touching like 20 things at one time. That's how I feel.
You got to get that rhythm going.
Got to get that
the
rhythm
mix
going.
Right. Come on now. Get those transitions going.
But great month.
Yes.
Great month.
Amazing. Well, Tanya's here with us. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for always joining us. We appreciate you. So April kicks off spring every year. And that has jump-started the real estate market, like with every other year, right? In spring, things start to get a little bit warmer. And this year, it's totally like taking off. The market's like really heating up quick, right? So we're speaking of working out and like heating up. Chris and I are also working on our fitness journey, and we're continuing to do that. And I'm wondering for you, how is everything going now that you're hitting up with your early morning jiu-jitsu classes, which are at 6 a.m.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday. And you've also been going to the gym to get like a supplemental workout in. How has that been working out? Are you super tired still, or are you finally getting into a rhythm?
So super tired. Super tired. As much so, it's funny because my younger brother's like, have you heard of this testosterone something? I don't know. I guess men over 35 that have low energy go to the doctor and they get testosterone something or another.
Oh, wow.
As you know, like I'm not one to take anything.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That
so,
sounds kind of scary.
I guess it's like the new norm, but I don't know too much about it.
Right.
But you know, I'm not gonna lie, it did cross my mind because I started working out. I don't know, it's been like a couple weeks, right? 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm not getting any less tired. Like I'm just exhausted for like a couple days after jujitsu, right? And I'm like, I've never felt like this before.
Right.
Just the recovery time is so slow. Except I went on Tuesday, and we're always drilling, and then you spar or a roll. They call it rolls, right? So you're basically fighting with somebody else for 5 minutes. And usually it's like 3 or 4 people, right? So it's like 20 minutes it's a lot.
Right, of fighting.
So Tuesday, and now it's Wednesday, I feel great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not tired. My elbows are a little sore, but that's normal. Just the joints hurt from getting your arms twisted and submitted, right? But I feel pretty good. And I can't believe that I was even rolling at all last year and not going to the gym too. Like, you need to build the muscles and the endurance so you can last in class.
Right.
You know, but I just like roll out of bed and go. Like, you can't do that. So I'm getting better. My body feels a little bit better. You were all rubbing up on me last night, so that felt nice. You're like, oh, what are these? You actually have muscles on the side? I was like, if that's what you call them. But it's nice. You know, it feels good. So you motivated me to want to go tomorrow morning. I'm going to be there before 6, like open.
Yeah,
just
right.
ready.
You're going to get there right at 6. Let's be real. You're like rolling out the bed. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I get there right at 6.
Yeah, you do.
Like 6:02.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
If anybody knows Chris, he's like, he always tells me like, oh, I'm not late. I'm just being efficient. I'm like, that is not efficient. That is called stress. Do not wait till the last minute to try to get somewhere on time. Like for me, on time is 10 minutes early.
Well, that's how I feel about like work appointments, right?
Right.
But if it's like my regular life stuff, no,
How do you switch it? Like, how do you differentiate that? Like, it should
It's
just
easy.
be straight across the board.
It's easy because if it's client stuff, I'm early, right?
But if it's family stuff, then you gonna be late? Like F
because
them?
everybody else is going to be, no, not F them, but everybody else is late too. Like, I don't want to be the first person. Who has been caught like this, right? You go to like a birthday party or a family event. If it's up to Cori, if it says it starts at 1, she wants to be there at 12:55. I'm like, no, girl, you get there at 12:55. Guess what you start doing? You're setting up the tables. I got time to set up the tables to my kid's birthday. I brought a present. Isn't that enough? Yeah, I'm not trying to do all that. I'd rather get there, 10, 15 minutes, stroll in like everybody else, the majority of the people, enjoy myself, and then leave. So I'm efficient with my time, which Santino's efficient with his time now too, right?
Oh my gosh, we're going to get into that. But we do have some extra guests who have joined us. Hi, Beth. Beth is here with us, and so is Lulu. Hey, Lulu.
Hey,
Thank you
ladies.
both for joining us. We appreciate you. Yeah, but speaking of efficiency, like I said on the last show, Santino always follows his dad's lead, and he likes to wait until the last minute for things. Like when it's time to get out and get to school, he likes to just be efficient.
Except today.
Efficient in Chris's words. But today I woke him up early. I got his butt up 15 minutes early because yesterday we really almost got the little
You
late
got there
slip.
1 minute before.
1 minute before
bell
they were
rang.
going to be giving out those late slips. So today I got him up early. He was ready to go. He was asking me like, Mom, I'm ready. Are you ready to go? I'm like, this is what I like. I think he's starting to switch over to this side.
You got to
like
get them up
being
early. That's the secret, right?
Yes.
And then I think they were a little excited because they smelled pancakes in the air. They had the pancakes this morning. I woke up early to cook.
Good job, Daddy.
Well, I woke up because you woke me up.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, get up, fool. It's time.
I said, get up and make us some breakfast. What
I
are you doing
did,
sleeping?
with a
There's
smile.
No time to snooze.
I've been feeling good. Just going back to this April, like feeling good. You guys got home last night, right? And I had the music on, right?
Oh my gosh,
I was getting down.
We walked
Making-
into the house
making
from
dinner.
jiu-jitsu, and I think you had Pitbull on. He was like dancing.
Dale.
See, look, the gym is paying off. Look at all this extra energy. Like this man, okay, you guys need to get yourself one of these. He did all the laundry from the weekend.
It's a lot of laundry, girl.
There was so much
It's
laundry.
a lot of laundry.
Oh my gosh. I was like, thank you so much for doing it because, we always take turns or like help each other out with the laundry. And
It's
sometimes,
not really turns, right? Like we just pick up each other's slack.
Yeah, whenever we can, right?
Because there's no way you can't say, oh, I did it this time. No.
No. It's
When you're a
whenever
couple,
you can.
you're a team. And sometimes you got more going on than I do or vice versa. And we just got to pick up each other's slack.
Absolutely. So thank you for doing all the laundry. I appreciate you
Oh, thank
doing
you for
all
everything
that.
you do, baby.
I was so happy. I'm like, yes, no laundry. Oh, I'm so grateful.
And dishes. I did the dishes
And
too.
the dishes too. Thank you. And you're cooking. All right. Now I need to pick up the slack and make some dinner tonight. So speaking of our fitness and it paying off, did we ever end up keeping up with our yoga?
No, we did not.
Oh.
You know what it is it's easy to say that I want to do X, Y, and Z, but to be realistic and have the time to do it all,
Yeah. How do you fit that in?
you're going to have
well?
to take away from something, right? And we just don't have enough. Like I'm not taking away from family time, right? Now I'm doing jujitsu more consistently. I'm sprinkling in the gym a little bit. I do want to do yoga, and we signed up for this company. Like it was a promo that I saw on like Facebook or Instagram.
They got you.
Called Yoga 6, right? And I signed up for it in January. I got this like great deal. I can't even remember what the great deal is. We haven't made a payment, but I put a deposit down.
Right.
Because they're supposed to be coming up with like.
They're probably like crowdfunding to try to get it open.
That's exactly what they're doing. They want to test the market and see how many people are actually going to come.
Right.
Before they set up the class, right?
So next year we're finally going to go to class.
But it's April. Like I want to get yoga incorporated because that's.
Is your deposit refundable?
100%.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think they charge you.
Oh, okay. They're just like holding it.
They just hold it just because they're trying to figure out how many people they're going to have for the class.
Right.
But that is the missing piece because, I got this sciatic thing. Like my leg, people don't know this about me, but I'm broken. Like I'm just not talking about the inside either. I'm talking about, that's well known. Anybody that's known me for a long time, I've been broken a long time. But I'm talking about my leg and my back. Like I got this horrible pain. And again, I don't like taking drugs, so I don't.
Right.
Every now and then I'll pop in a leave, right? Nothing crazy, but I don't go to the doctor for it anymore because the doctor always wants to give me Vicodin, or muscle relaxers. I don't got time for that.
No.
I need my brain to be operating, right? The pistons need to be firing all the time. And so I'm not with any of that. So I'm in pain all the time and I just kind of deal with it. Like we saw something about like dogs that get injured, but their tails are still wagging.
That's you.
That's me. I'm trying to be that dirty dog that just works hard, right? It's happy all the time anyway.
Not a dirty dog.
But anyhow, that's how my April's going. I'm loving April.
Okay. So how is everybody else's April going? We'd love to hear about it. Any personal goals or victories that you've had, let us know in the comments below and tell us all about it, because we love hearing about people winning and we just want to cheer you on. So make sure you put a comment down there and catching up with us. So we recently just went to Mammoth over the weekend on a family trip, and it was our first time in Mammoth. It was so cool. Like, I guess it's like record-breaking snow because of all the storms we've been having. And the snow, I could not believe how much snow there was going up there. Like, so Chris is telling me, take more video, take more pictures. And I'm like, babe, look at all the dead bugs on the windows. Like, how am I going to get a good picture or a video when there's dead bugs all over the window? I don't know, just put your head out the window and get these videos. I was like, okay. I never want to forget how beautiful it is, he kept saying. But it was gorgeous there. And the snow was, what would you say, like 20 feet high?
At least.
Oh my gosh. It was so cool. And the kids were in awe. It was amazing. It was pretty amazing.
The snow was so tall that we were on the second floor, right? We got a condo or a condo, right?
It was a condo, yeah.
We were on the second floor and the snow was at the window and it broke the window.
Yeah, it broke the window of the room we were staying in. And the balcony, you couldn't even go out on it because the snow was like up on the balcony.
Up on the balcony.
So it wasn't very safe to step out on.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty amazing. So if anybody is considering going to Mammoth, you definitely need to go and check it out. They're saying that the snow is probably going to be there until like July
August,
or
right?
August, which is amazing. Can
you imagine snowboarding in July? Like, it's hot everywhere. You're snowboarding here at home.
Yeah, that's so cool. The best things about California, right? And even just the drive there, like all the cool towns you get to go through. It was just really nice.
I was dreading the drive, right?
Yeah.
I hate driving. Now, I'm not, it is what it is. Like, I'm fine driving locally.
Right.
I know where I'm going. Subconsciously, I know how long it's going to take me to get there. When I'm working in the valley, in San Fernando Valley, and I come up, I almost never take the freeway because I know on the streets how long it's going to take me to get home.
Right.
I know I'm safe, right? I can make phone calls. I'm good. But like driving to like Vegas.
Yes.
Or driving anywhere far.
Like Vegas, just forget it. Just give me the plane ticket.
Like people are like, oh, I want to go to San Francisco and drive up the coast. I have no desire to do that. I don't. At all. I don't like being in the car that much, right? And so I was dreading this drive, but I got to tell you guys, it was one of the most relaxing, enjoyable drives I've ever been on. Mm-hmm. I was shocked.
I think it's because you're not going up too many mountains. It's pretty like straight, flat drive and not a lot of curves and turns. And so that's probably why you liked it. And there's a lot of cool things to see, like all the livestock and stuff on the way up there and the animals.
Right. Well, the biggest reason is there's no traffic.
And there's
no traffic.
Yes.
And if there's less traffic, you don't have too many crazies on the road that are cutting each other off. I hate that stuff, right?
Yes.
There's no traffic. It's a straight shot. You just ride the 14 north until it ends. And I think it turns into like 395.
Yes.
Right. And then you ride that until you get to Mammoth. That's it. And there's like Low Pine and a couple places you stop on the way. Mm-hmm. So there actually is places to stop and use the bathroom, fill up gas, whatnot. Right. So, I loved it. And then we have lakes now. There's multiple lakes and rivers that probably were
dried up for a long time.
Mm-hmm. That there's a lot of water in there. And then you're driving all the way up there. There's mountains on both sides of you.
Yes. And they're all snow caps.
Snow caps. It's beautiful. It's one of the best drives I've ever had. And I think that I'm kind of done going to Big Bear because even though Big Bear's an hour less,
right.
You know, if there's one accident going up the mountain in Big Bear, you're stuck for hours.
Yeah, and sometimes kids get like a little car sick with that curvy road going up there. And I'm not going to lie, I get a little scared. Like you might go off the side or the edge. I don't know.
Well, and then you take Pure Blossom up there, right? Uh-huh. And then what do they call that? Devil's Backbone? You got all the crazy people trying to pass.
Yes, it's too much.
I never take that road. And I used to take it when in my 20s going to Vegas because it's the fastest way. But if we ever do drive to Vegas, now we go to the 58 because it's like, not as dangerous. There's not as much passing. The truckers go that way, right? Safer. I'm turning into old man. I drive like 75, 80 the whole way.
Yeah.
I'm not going too fast. But I loved Mammoth. I love the drive. We will be back for sure. And I think I'm done with Big Bear for a long time.
For sure, for sure. Well, we had a few comments while we were talking about Mammoth, and it says on here, Raph is here with us. Hey, Raph.
Hey, Raph.
He said his April is going good so far. The remodel is still in full effect. Oh, yes. So Raph is working on his kitchen, and I can't wait to see the final product. But he's been kind of giving me like little tidbits along the way and his experience. And I mean, making that decision to remodel your kitchen, it's a huge decision, right? You're figuring out all the costs associated and what you want, like choices. And then once you finally make that decision and plunge into it, there's always going to be some type of hiccups you're dealing with. And so I'm wondering, how has it been going? Have you had a lot of hiccups or just a little bit? Because I know he said there were some things that changed up on him with delays.
You could just go right onto his profile on Instagram, and he's really good about documenting everything.
Oh, I have.
So he has like a video journal of everything that's happening at his house. It's really cool.
I need to check out his journal then.
I've been checking it out every day.
Oh, well, good job, Raph. I can't wait to see the final product. And Tanya said that Mammoth was so amazing. So yeah, we made it a family trip. It was a lot of fun. But, you know, of course, with every trip, there's always going to be something that happens, like a little dramatic. And Chris had a little dad fail.
It wasn't a little dad fail. It was a major dad fail, right? And it was like, it was so innocent.
Right.
Right. So Santino was telling me like he really wanted to have a snowball fight. Right.
Right.
And I was like warning him about his uncles.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, just because he throws pretty hard. Right. I'm like, just when you throw snowballs at them, if you end up having a snowball fight, just don't headhunt.
Yes.
And just remember, as hard as you throw, you're going to encourage somebody to throw just as hard.
And Chris even told him before we got on to the snow, don't throw snowballs in anyone's face. Like, don't do that. Face is off limits. And Santino, he knew the rules going into it. So we get to the snow, right? We finally arrive at the snow. You know, we get to the mountain and we're going up to pick out the perfect spot to start sledding. And all I hear is Santino screaming, crying. And I'm like, what just happened? Do you want to tell them what happened?
Sure. So what you missed before that is there was laughter and giggling and he was
Everyone
happy.
Is so excited.
Right? Because we were throwing snow at each other and it was no big deal. And he was trying to get a snowball and he was maybe 20 yards from me.
Right.
And I didn't compact the snow to be like a hard snowball. I just kind of put it together, you know, kind of flimsy. So like it kind of explodes in the air as you throw it.
Right.
And that's what happened. So I threw it and I was too accurate. He looked up and as he looked up, it hit him right in the face.
Right in his eyes. So both
eyes.
of his eyes, he's like, I can't see my eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh.
All the stuff I just told him I did.
You did it.
And so he was pissed.
Yeah.
It was like he was livid.
He was so mad. Like he wanted to just leave.
He's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to leave.
I just want to leave. Like, I don't even think it was the fact that his eyes got hurt so much that
I hurt his feelings.
His feelings got hurt.
Yeah, I hurt his feelings.
Like, how could my dad do that to me?
I felt so bad. Such a major dad fail. You know, made up for it later. He got over it. It took him a little while, but he got over it. And then we started sledding.
Yes.
Right? So we already had the sleds. What I love about Mammoth also is you could just pull over to the side of the road. Mm-hmm. We had the mountain to ourselves.
We went to a little park, right? And it was so nice. There was nobody else there. I think because in Mammoth, they have those huge mountains and people go there to like ski and snowboard.
There's snowboarding there, yeah.
So many people are there on the big mountain and we're here with our kids, you know, just having fun on the side of the road in this little park. And it was great because it just went on for miles, right? We didn't even go explore the entire park. It was so nice.
It's too much. We weren't there long enough to explore.
Yes.
Kids are going to get tired quickly. Mm-hmm. Mommy and daddy got tired, right?
Going up and down those hills after you slide down them, it's a lot of fun, but it takes a lot out of you. And I got sunburnt too, so make sure you wear your sunscreen when you go out to the snow.
You did get sunburnt. Your face was red, girl. You were looking like Katy Perry on American Idol last night.
Well, the thing is I put the sunscreen on the kids, but I always forget about myself. So they weren't burnt, but I was.
Now, just a big thing, when you're going to the snow, you got to be prepared, right? Mm-hmm. So mommy's got it down. She's got all the snow gear, the snowshoes, beanies, gloves. I mean, we didn't use them, but you even had the scarves. You had everything, right? Except for daddy. What about daddy, right? So we get there. I have no snowshoes. And then I remembered, because we never go to the snow. We go like once every other year, maybe. Mm-hmm. I remember how mad I was having wet feet.
Right.
I hate having wet feet, right? So I was like, I got to get some snowshoes,
Well, hold
waterproof
up.
shoes.
Let's just rewind this a little bit. Mommy has everything else prepared for you, and Mommy did remind you before we went, let's go find you some shoes. Let's go look. No, I'm good. I'm going to just wait till I get there. Do you not remember that?
No. So
hold on. Do you not remember that?
I do remember that, but
okay.
But you just said it just to say it, right? Just
no,
so you,
I didn't just say
no,
it.
you did. Just so you could say it right now. That hold on, Mommy said. Listen, guys, we were at Famous Footwear in Stevenson Ranch picking up shoes for the kids, or I think for Santino, right?
I was getting him his boots.
They didn't have anything there for adults, so there's no, snow shoes. They don't call them snow shoes. They call them waterproof snow boots, right?
Right.
They didn't have it there, and then I was like, maybe I can't remember if I ever seen them at the Nike outlet store. And she was like, well, let's go to the Nike outlet store. You could just jump out. I'm like, I'm not gonna have them there. I didn't want to waste my time. We had a lot to do the day before. Where else were we gonna go? I was like, we go to Big Five. You're like, I think Big Five shut down. You could do Dick's. Well, Dick's is on the other side. We didn't have time for that. So I was like, I'm just gonna get them there. I'm not gonna stress myself out about
listen,
it. We're gonna get them there.
I did tell you ahead of time. Don't make it seem like
the day before
we get to the snow and Mommy didn't bring you boots.
The day before,
but Mommy got you snow pants.
The day
and you
before
had everything
you told
else.
Me. The day before.
Okay, listen. How long have you known you're going to Mammoth?
Come on.
And by the way, I didn't buy my snowshoes just for that event. I've had them since like 15 years ago. Is it my fault that you never want to just go get snowshoes?
She just picked me up some, girl. You know that.
Wow.
Anyhow, problem solved. I picked up some snowshoes.
So you got some snowshoes. So don't go to the snow. Moral of the story is don't go to the snow unprepared because you're going to have some wet feet. You're going to be cold.
It is not fun. It is not fun to have wet feet. But we did some sledding too.
Yes.
The sledding was so much fun. The kids were going with each other. Oh, we have some video on it. So the kids are going with each other. I don't know if this is Tino and Nola maybe. But look at how beautiful this is.
Yes, it was so nice. And the snow was all fluffy. Oh,
it was perfect.
The air there is so different, right? You could breathe so much better. Well, I don't know about Patrick, but I guess the altitude was really getting to him where he felt like he couldn't breathe. But the air itself, the quality of it is just so nice and refreshing, right?
It is. But it is tougher to, you huff and puff going up and down that hill.
Yeah, someone else told us don't drink too much while you're up there because you will get drunk pretty quick in one drink.
And this is perfect because they're going down, but they're not going to get hurt. Like,
look at Junie. Race you. He knocks her right off.
That's our niece.
She's too much.
There was so much giggling happening. Look how happy they are. Just so happy to be in the snow.
Jumping in the snow like it's a pool or something.
Yeah, there you go, roly-poly.
Kids love the snow. Like I think it's one of the things that bring great joy to children.
Yes, they had so much fun.
So we're definitely going back. I would like to go back before the snow is gone this year.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Because it's a quick little trip.
You have all your gear now. We got to go.
It's a quick little trip. We could do it.
Yes. So Tanya said, oh, no, wait. Here we have Raph saying, still little things going. Also did smaller side projects since I have all the tradesmen. That's good. He's working on some other projects in his house. And then Tanya said, oh, poor Santino. My hairline got sunburned and good times. We need to go back. Yes, it'll be so fun. So our poor little Nola had suffered an injury too while we're in Big Bear.
Oh my gosh.
Like these little things happen so quick. And it's like that split second when you look away. Because I literally had her hand the entire time we're walking around in the village. And all it took was a split second for her to climb up on something to look in this little like snow cave. She wanted to check something out. And it turns out she stood on this electrical box that broke. And so when she fell down, she cut open her mouth. There was blood everywhere. Poor tooth was bleeding.
Her face was cut
her
in
face
three
was
different
cut
places.
in 3 places. It was awful. I felt so bad for her. And all I could do is just hold her and then grab snow, because I didn't know what else to do. Let's grab the snow and put ice on your face to try to make you feel better. But luckily, she didn't chip any teeth, and she's okay. I thought for sure we'd have to go to the dentist when we got back, but thank goodness she's all right.
And her face is healing quickly.
Her face is almost fully healed.
You know, I don't want our baby girl to have scars, right, on her face.
I know, poor thing.
She's got her whole teenage years to go through, like acne and stuff, to worry about that stuff. Like right now, let's just let her be nice and
sweet. Not have to deal
not
with all
to deal
that.
with any of that stuff.
Yes.
Because, you know, she cares about her face. Like, she takes care of herself.
She was like, is it bleeding here? My mouth is bleeding. Started screaming, and she kept apologizing. I'm like, don't apologize that you got hurt. It was an accident. Accidents happen.
And,
Luckily,
you know,
it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
I was trying to find, so we were at the Village in Mammoth. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's right by is it the Hyatt? No, the Westin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's where everybody goes to snowboard and you go to eat. It's like the main hub.
Right.
Right. So it's really hard to find parking. So I found parking and it took me a long time. And then I finally walked down and then I get there to that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what it is. You never want your kids to get hurt as a dad, right? As a parent, period. Mm-hmm. But when it's your baby, like Santino gets hurt, it's like he's got to be tough, right? He's a boy. Like,
no, you don't have to be like that with them.
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
That's
like,
how he is. He'll be like, "You're fine, just go."
But my baby girl, oh my gosh,
I treat them both the same
like,
way.
oh, come here. I'm about to hold her and cry with her.
Like that with both of them. They both get that little extra treatment if they get hurt.
Well, they know for Mama they get a little extra. Like, I try to get them to toughen up a little bit, both of them. But that she was bleeding. It's not like she just fell and she got a scrape. Like, she's bleeding 3 different parts of her face and inside of her mouth. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like wondering, do I have to take her to a dentist right now? Like, I didn't want her to have. I got this big, ugly yellow tooth in my mouth. All you
were thinking is she's going to have the big, ugly yellow
Yeah, I thought
tooth?
she was going to have the big, ugly yellow tooth.
Oh, no.
Because I had fell when I was younger, and it killed the root in my tooth. And that's why I have the discoloration on the one tooth.
Oh.
And I didn't want that to happen to her.
You had a little bit of PTSD right there.
Well, no,
I just, oh man, this is going to happen to my baby.
I just don't want it to happen to her.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing that happened to a boy and you're going to get teased. You know, whatever, I could do. But
anybody.
for a girl, for that to happen and they get teased, like, I just don't want my baby to deal with that.
Either way, boy or girl. Horrible.
Yeah, but Santino could pop somebody to make fun of him.
So could she.
Now she can too.
She would pop someone too. So Tanya said, oh my God, that was horrible. I hope she's feeling better. Yes, she's feeling so much better. So speaking of our babies, we were so excited yesterday because when Santino came home, he had a note that was folded up in his bag. And I opened it up really quick and I told them, oh, we can't read it. Why not? Let's just wait till Daddy comes down and you could read it to him. He got a letter that he's getting an award from the Husky Pride member of the pack. And so next week we get to go to his award ceremony, and I'm curious to see what he got his award for. That's the surprise.
It's for a special trait that he has.
I don't know what trait that is, so we're going to wait and see.
He's so sweet. Who knows
Such
what
a good
it is.
boy.
We get a lot of compliments from his friends' parents, which is really makes you feel good as a parent because you're doing a good job of raising a good kid.
Yes, some validation, right? That's always feeling good. So speaking of Santino, I don't know about you all, but do your children or anyone in your family sleepwalk or sleep talk? Because Santino, I think he inherited that from me. Now he's sleepwalking and talking, and it's the craziest thing. Kind of freaks me out at night because he'll sit up and talk really loud and we run in there to make sure he's okay. And man, the other night he popped up and he's like looking at the window saying stuff. I'm like, what is happening with this kid? I got a little scared because I went in there to lay with him and he popped up and he goes, Mommy, what's that over there? Like looking across the room. I'm like, oh no, I hope there's no ghost in here.
You thought there was a ghost when he was a baby because he would do the same thing.
Not a ghost. He had an imaginary friend when he was little, like 1.5 to 2.5. And he gave me the full description. And it was always at bath time. It was either in the bathroom by their room or in their bedroom. So I was like, oh, well, tell your friend I said hello. Is your friend nice? Yes, my friend's nice. Okay, great. Well, just make sure your friend's happy. Like, I totally played along with it. So last night I was having flashbacks, or not last night, 2 nights ago, I had flashbacks like, oh my gosh, I hope the friend isn't in this room while he's asleep.
He's just always had a great imagination. You know, we started watching Sulphur Springs on Disney. And, you know, there's a lot of scary parts. There's a ghost, like an evil spirit on that. And, you know, I think he had some nightmares from that.
I think so,
and
too.
It's, you know, I've told him it's okay to watch that stuff later. You don't need to watch it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's no hurry to watch
his
it.
His imagination is just, it takes control.
Yes.
And then he starts worrying about that stuff in the house before he goes to sleep. And
even if he's not worried, I think subconsciously it can kick in while you're sleeping, right?
Sure.
So, yes. Does anybody else have any sleepwalkers or sleep talkers? Because didn't he like walk somewhere too? He walked down the hall?
Nola had walked down the stairs before.
That's right. And she was asking for mommy.
They both get that from you. And, most men would have run. So I've been with Cori for a long time, you guys. And I don't know if this is before we got married. I think it is before we got married. Cori used to be, way back in the day, she was a bank teller at Washington Mutual.
Wamu.
And she would put in the hours. She worked a bunch. Anyhow, we're in our new house. We've probably been there not too long. And it's the first time I really experienced her craziness.
I'm not crazy.
I was up early because I used to work at the gas company and I work construction, and I would get up super early, right? Like 5 a.m. or 4:30, something like that. So our house, the way it was tiny. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 900 square foot house,
Yes.
right? And it was weird. From the bed, the master bed, you're looking to the side, you could see your closet, and the closet opened up into our bathroom.
Yes.
Which is really weird. So I'm in the bathroom. I was brushing my teeth or something, right? And you pop up and you sit down and you're looking right at me, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
oh, she's awake.
yeah, it was weird the way you woke up. Like, it's not, some people are like, they wake up, they stretch. No, you popped up like a robot. You're like, and then you look at me and I'm like, what the hell? And you're like, I can help the next person in line over here. What the hell? So you were at work in your sleep, in your dream. And, that was the first sign that I should have run. But I didn't.
Wow. Okay. Well, all right.
And then
that's your sign. Okay.
Fast forward many years.
You still want to run?
Oh, no, baby.
You might want to run
I'm
now.
running to you, baby. I might want to run now, huh? So fast forward many years later, like you would have night terrors.
Yes, it was
of
horrible.
Spiders crawling on you.
I swear there were so many spiders in that house. Like we should have hired Terminex or Orkin or
There's
something.
No spiders, baby.
There were spiders at that house.
No, baby. There's no spiders. So, so this is at our house. We've been in our same house now for like 15 years. And, sometimes, and this is more before kids, I'll be up late watching TV, right? And this is a long time ago, but I'd be up late, I'm watching TV, and Cori'd be asleep right next to me, and she'll just pop up, try to get spiders off of her. And I'm like, baby, there are no spiders.
No, that was at the old house. That was at the first house.
Is that where it started?
Yes.
Oh, but you've done it at our current house.
No,
yes, you have, girl.
I have this thing about spiders crawling on me. I used to have these like night terrors where spiders were like all over me and like right on my face, and I'd wake up in a panic. It was horrible. So I started looking into like dreams about spiders, and it's all stress related. I think I was just stressed out.
It's 100% stress related.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that dream book. And I don't know if anybody's ever read a dream book, right? I didn't read the whole thing. I just try to find something that pertains to my dreams.
Right.
And that dream, if teeth fall out, like you're going to die. I'm like, damn.
You're like, please don't remember that. I don't ever want to have that dream.
They got some weird stuff in there, man. I don't know who comes up with this stuff.
Interpreting it. I don't know if it's all true. Maybe that's just there to like give you some comfort and read about it. I don't know. But speaking of Chris and him wanting to run, he might have to run because I just found out 2 nights ago. Oh man, I was livid. I was just actually not livid, more surprised than livid. So we're getting ready, we have our night routine where the kids, they finish up with their shower, they brush their teeth, and then we have a little bit of time where we're going to watch American Idol. So I go and I like finally sit down because I'm always going like 100 miles per hour all the time. And as I go to sit down, Santino's like, oh, can you get my water? And I was like, well, your water's right there. Why don't you go get it? Oh, well, Daddy said that I could ask you for you to get it. I was like, wait, what? Oh, yeah. So Daddy teaches them when Mommy gets to finally rest, you make sure you go ask her to go get something for you.
That is not what happened.
I was like, wait, is that what Daddy said? Well, yeah, that's what he said the other night. Remember when we were in the bedroom and I asked you for something and you brought it in, and then right when you went back in, Daddy was like, wait until she wait till she gets back to her room so she could rest and then ask her for something else.
Okay, so that's not what happened.
Wow.
I could see.
Wow.
I could see how you misread all this.
I misread nothing.
No, totally.
And then Chris is like, why you guys got to make up stories? And my kids don't lie. Our kids do not lie.
No, they don't lie, but they're definitely stretching it a lot.
They're not going to stretch that.
They are. So
why?
I don't know why. They just don't remember exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just tell you what really happened. Okay?
Let's hear it.
So every night, Cori and I take turns putting the kids to bed. Okay? The kids share a big bed.
Right.
We want them to be close. And the minute that they're ready to have their own space, they're going to have their own space. Right. But they still like to be together. And it's worked because our kids are really close.
Right.
Right? So we'll be in the middle. We'll tell them a story. We'll sing them a song. They go to bed. It's a nightly routine, and we take turns. Right? We used to be both in the bed, but now the kids are too big and we're too big. Anyhow, so one specific night, we're there, and the kids did this on their own. Like, mommy's done. Oh, mommy, can you grab my water? So then she comes back in, she brings water. And then she goes out, and then Santino's like, he sleeps with the mouth guard. That's a whole other story, but so he doesn't grind his teeth. So he's like, mommy, I forgot my mouth guard. So she comes back in, right? And then you had made a comment of like, is there anything else that mommy can get you, right? Because you was like, both times you were already in the room. So as you're walking out, I'm like, when mommy goes back in the room, let's ask her for something else. And I forgot what we asked you for. That was it. That's the only time I've ever said anything. That happened like a month ago or 2 months ago. And they translated that into, oh, I'm going to wait till mommy rests before I ask her something. It was like a playful thing one night. And they blew it out of proportion. You're blowing it way out of proportion. It's not what you're making it out to be.
You taught them that is an okay behavior to wait for mommy to finally be rested and to ask for something.
That night it was funny. It was totally funny.
Well, maybe it was funny that night, but wow, that's what you're teaching our kids.
It was a joke one night. You need to settle down.
They told me that you told them to do it, that it's happened 3 or 4 times.
It's the only time
it 3 or 4 times.
The only time it's ever happened.
Okay.
First they said 7 times, then they said 4 times, now 3 times. So come on, it happened the one time.
Oh, okay. I need to have some type of funny joke that I teach them to do to you, and we'll see how that goes.
I don't mind. I'd bring it all on now. Anyhow, I'm done with this dirty conversation.
Speaking of dirty, so Chris wants to know loofah or washcloth. And if you use a loofah or one of those little scrubby things, how many do you actually have in your shower?
So this just popped up the other day, right? Because I have 2
right
for myself, right? And the kid's like, why do you need 2 of these, Dad? I'm like, because you're washing your body with the loofah.
Right.
Now, you got to wash your butt too, right? So I subconsciously I pay attention to this stuff because I show houses all the time, right?
Right.
And you're walking through and you walk through people's bathrooms and whatnot.
Judging.
I'm totally judging.
Right.
Totally judging. I'm like, they only got 1 loofah in there.
Oh.
That means that they think that you wash your body, then you wash your butt.
Because you save it for last.
Because it's a clean thing to do, right? You're not going to wash your butt and then wash your body. Like, that's gross. But people think that
the air dried disinfects it?
The air dried disinfects it from the night before to the following day. That somehow, miraculously, the loofah forgot that it cleaned your butt the night before, right? Or the morning before. So they have this 1 loofah, and it's not a good look. So, like, if you got a washcloth, totally makes sense.
That's good because you're rewashing.
You're rewashing it. You only use it once, right?
Right.
But you got a loofah. You should have 2 loofahs.
Right.
Now, I probably just blew a couple people's minds because they're just like, oh my gosh.
I need to go get a loofah.
I've only had 1 loofah for my whole life. Loofah sales are going to go through the roof right now.
Wow.
People are going to go buy that second loofah.
Yes.
Because if not, you're stanky.
Wow.
Are you really clean? I don't think you can be. Just throwing it out there. That was my thought like yesterday in the morning. I don't know why it popped up in my head.
Oh my goodness. So question going around the internet. Do bald men use shampoo? And
Speaking of hygiene.
Yeah, speaking of hygiene. So only when they're stubble do you use soap or shampoo? or should I be buying you conditioner? Well, I already know the answer to that, but I think a lot of people genuinely want to know, do you use shampoo when you have a bald head?
Yeah, you have to. So one, I still sweat, right? It's gross. It's sweaty.
But why wouldn't you just use soap?
I put
is what people
sunblock on
wanna know.
there.
Yeah, you got to clean it all
You got to
off.
clean that. Well, because your face. So I have a big face, right? Already. And my head is just an extension of my face.
Right,
It's more sensitive.
right.
You could get acne on your head, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Do you ever see the bald-headed men that have a
it's
lot of acne on their
bad.
head? It looks gross.
Yeah, they have to. They
I feel
probably have
bad
to-
for 'em.
They have to exfoliate probably.
But you can't just use some regular soap on your head.
No.
You got to use like the good stuff, right? So I still use shampoo. Yes, the answer
and
is yes.
conditioner.
And conditioner because I want that soft. I want my head to be nice and soft because the kids always will come to and they want to touch daddy's head, right? And it's because it's shampoo and
Take
conditioner.
care of yourself, right?
Gotta take care of yourself.
You want
Yeah,
no build up on there.
yeah. That's. I don't know why people would think it's okay not to do it.
I mean, will people just put water on their head? Of course they're gonna put shampoo.
It's dirty up there. Like you're sweating. The real question is, can bald people get dandruff like with stubble?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. I never had it, but
Gotta exfoliate,
gotta exfoliate. Gotta take care of yourself.
right?
Right? How hard is it to get some Head and Shoulders? Get that 2-in-1. Get the Pert Plus. Anybody still use Pert Plus?
Oh no. Does that
You know what I'm
exist?
talking about? You don't remember Pert Plus, the green bottle?
Yeah, I remember.
I used to use all the 2-in-1 stuff because I was like, I don't really need conditioner too. But
Now you've upgraded.
as I get older, I need that conditioner because my skin's not the same anymore.
You're gonna start using that detox shampoo.
I use that detox face soap for my head. I've been using it because you didn't have shampoo. And I didn't want to keep going back and forth. So I was using that detox face wash for my head.
Oh, there you go.
Same thing. Because remember, it's just like an extension of my face.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So switching things up a bit, I had the opportunity to talk with my cousin last night, and I don't know about all of you all, but do you still talk on the phone or do you just text message and DM? Because I'm all about talking on the phone. I love talking to people I haven't talked to in a while and people I talk to all the time, but I feel like it's like this lost art form. Like everyone's so busy all the time. They shoot a quick text, that's fine, but I feel like you could get so much more out of a conversation when you're on the phone. And I got to talk to my cousin last night for an hour and a half. I felt like good. I'm like, wow, this is great. I got to catch up with her. It was her birthday, so happy belated birthday, cousin Gina. And it's funny because I had texted her the other day and she responded to me and said, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you yesterday. I spent my birthday with the VP. And I was like, the VP of what? Like, okay, who's the VP? Like, I'm wondering what company. And it was the vice president of the United States she spent the day with for her birthday. I was like, wait, what? I need details. You need to call. I'm going to call you after I'm done with my clients. And I want to know how did this happen? What are you doing? And wow, it's so cool. She has this position. It's called an advanced associate. And she gets to go on the different events that the VP does throughout the year. So she's always like, the VP is always traveling from place to place. And basically she has a security clearance where she can go and volunteer her time and help out with whatever event she's going to. And I'm like, that is so cool. So on her birthday, she got to spend the day with the VP. And I think that's pretty awesome.
Well, I mean, and if anybody's getting excited about this, not anybody can do that.
No.
So a little background on your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's an attorney, right? I think from SC, right? SC grad?
No, UCLA.
UCLA. Oh, sorry. Big difference.
Yes.
Anyhow, she's a UCLA grad, but she's an attorney. She's been doing nonprofit for years.
Yes.
Like she's got a lot going on.
Yes.
So it's just not like anybody can roll out of bed and go
No.
do this stuff. But pretty amazing. I don't care what your political affiliation is.
Right.
The fact that you can go and volunteer your time and be in this proximity with the vice president of the United States is such a huge deal. Like
It's awesome.
most people will never be able to do that in their life, right? Even it's a big deal just to meet somebody, let alone, I wonder if she calls her by her first name.
I don't think she does. They don't have like that type of working relationship.
Nah,
She's like
yeah.
in the background,
Sure,
like
but it's still
helping
cool.
out. So cool. And she got to go on, she goes, to meet with other people and the connections and the experience and also for the travel. So she just got back from a 2-week trip to Africa.
Wow.
I'm like, that is so cool. So I just love hearing about other people's experiences. And I thought that was pretty amazing. So I just wanted to share
And we'd
it.
love to hear that people are winning, right?
Yes.
And that they're doing something with their lives, they're enjoying their time. Like,
yes.
it's
And
awesome.
it's like a community service for her too, because, you know, it's not a paid position. It's something that she's doing because she wants that experience and to be able to help out. So I think that's so cool.
We'll have to hear more. She is coming to our party.
Which leads us into our Client Appreciation 90s event. That is coming up soon, y'all. We have a lot of RSVPs, and that is going to be on Friday, April 28th at 6 o'clock. It's going to be located at Brewery Jaconum in downtown Newhall. If you haven't already RSVP'd, please make sure that you RSVP because we have to make sure you're on the VIP list. Otherwise, you are not getting in, and you want to get into this party because it is going to be so much fun. It's 90s theme. We are encouraging everyone to come dressed up in 90s attire, but it's not required. And we're going to have a DJ Choice One, as always, at all of our events. We're going to have food, drinks, raffles, and some other little fun surprises that are 90s theme that I'm working on. And I think you guys are really going to love it. So please make sure to let us know if you can make it. We can't wait to see you all there. It's going to be an amazing time. I'm excited. This is a night to celebrate you all. So y'all need to come out.
I'm excited about it too. I need to reach out to some more people. Like today, I totally forgot. Some people just don't ever open it.
Right.
Right. So you have to reach out by phone call or text message. And my tailor is going to be there.
Oh, cool.
I've never met his wife, and I've been working with him for like, I don't know, 8-9 years. So I think he's coming with his wife, which is really cool.
That's awesome. Well, switching things up to real estate. So we're super busy over here at Silva Realty and Silva Lending and Silva Property Management. We have 3 new listings coming up, which I'm excited about. And one of them, Chris took photos this past week, and we have videos coming up, right? Can you give a little bit of sneak peek of what we have coming?
Sure. So I think we have the perfect first-time home buyer price range happening, right? So first place we have is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but it's really large, 1,352 square feet. So attached garage, small little Romeo Juliet balcony, but it's in Creekside. It's like right in the middle of Valencia. It's where you want to be.
Oh,
There's a bunch of running trails. The school's walking distance. There's community pool, park, all that stuff. Our seller, his son goes to Valencia High, and he walks to school.
That's awesome.
So it's right where everybody wants to be at, right? Anyhow, they bought at the tippy top of the market. So the market has come down a little bit since last year. They bought for $661 last year. And we haven't decided what we're going on for yet. We're either going to be $625 or $650.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is going to be discounted from last year.
Okay.
Right? And it's move-in ready, beautiful place.
Okay.
So that's our first place. Again, $625 to $650. We have another sale in Silmar. Okay, these are the Williams homes, tri-level, single-family homes. People think that they're townhomes, but they're actually with the city, the universal county code is single-family residence.
Awesome.
So anyhow, those homes are, this one's going to be like 1,922 square feet, I believe, or 1,952. It's a 5-bedroom.
Wow.
It doesn't sound spacious, but they're very spacious.
Wow. Just the floor plan itself is probably laid out pretty well.
It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Full bathrooms. That means 4 showers, right?
Wow.
So as soon as you walk in, garage is first level, full bedroom, full bathroom downstairs, right? You walk up some stairs. The next level is all living room, huge kitchen that opens up into the living room. It's the space that everybody wants, that modern looking space.
Yes, nice and open.
Nice and open, right? Beautiful. Third level, 4 more bedrooms, 3 more bathrooms, right? So I'm sorry, 4 more bedrooms, 2 more bathrooms, and then there's a bathroom on that middle floor.
Okay.
That's for the 4 bathrooms. But anyhow, that's also going to be about $650-ish.
Okay.
Right? The property is VA approved and FHA approved, which all properties are not.
Right.
Right? So, because it does have an HOA, I think the HOA is like $250. It's a gated property. It's there's a community pool, park. For $650, you can't beat it right now.
Right.
It's a great deal out there. Anyhow, that one, I'm not sure when we're gonna have showings, but anybody wants to see that, reach out to me. I can get you in. So that's a second one. Then we have another one that we're shooting pictures and video on Monday, and that is in Canoga Park. To me, it's pretty much West Hills. It's definitely West Hills, Woodland Hills adjacent.
Right.
because it is on the west side of Topanga Boulevard. And Topanga is kind of like the border of Canoga Park, West Hills, right? So it's on the west side, but it's still considered Canoga Park. But this one is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, also a tri-level property. Really nice property, but all the bedrooms are upstairs. I think the HOA is also about $250, maybe $300. I gotta double check that. But same thing. It's a 2,032 square feet, only going to be $625.
Wow, these are all entry level homes. This is great.
It's perfect. It's perfect for people to get in. It's a great area. If anybody knows about, I think it's called the Village over there as well. Different village, but it's the Village for Woodland Hills. They're doing so much in that community over off Topanga. It's a great place to get into. Even if you were just going to live there for a few years and then rent it, it's prime location.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially if you were a little bit farther south, you're going to pay a couple $100,000 more for the same exact space because now you're in Woodland Hills. So I would jump on that if I was looking for a place right now in the Valley.
Well, thank you for sharing all of those exciting listings that are coming up. Maybe someone who's considering it can get a little preview before it hits the market. And speaking of previewing homes before they hit the market, I had the opportunity to show a beautiful home in Sand Canyon a couple days ago, and it's not on the market yet. And this is huge, everyone, because when you are working with an agent who networks with other agents and builds those relationships with other great agents, sometimes you get the opportunity to see a house before it even hits the market. So make sure if you are in the market considering, reach out to us. Let us know what you are looking for. We might be able to make that happen for you, right? And I know you were talking to an agent today as well about an upcoming listing. So all these networking events that we go to and these meetings, they definitely will work to your benefit as our client.
It's so big. People just have no idea what it takes to be a successful agent out there. And when I say people, I mean buyers and sellers that just don't know our industry. They just think we collect a big check, which is not the case.
That we just sell a house like it's easy.
You open it up and people are just going to buy it.
Right.
People don't realize like the work that we put in behind the scenes and how it pays off for our clients, right? And I think they take it for granted sometimes. And I'm not talking about our clients. I'm just talking about people in general, right?
Yes.
You know how hard it is to get into a house, to see it before it hits the market, to even know about it. Like it's a big deal.
It's challenging,
right?
Yeah.
And even if you know about it, if you don't have an in with that agent, you're not going to get in to see it. You're going to have to wait like everybody else. And to have that first opportunity to make an offer on a place and you have to go up and get those houses though, right? Like sometimes you do have that opportunity. I've had a couple of situations where buyers get in, they make a good offer and never hit the market.
It's amazing.
We're in escrow on a property right now for one of our buyers. The open house was on a Saturday. I didn't know the buyer. I mean the agent.
Right.
But I built rapport with him real quick. I was there 15 minutes before my client got there and 15 minutes after he left, building that rapport. They were supposed to have an open house that Sunday. They canceled the open house and took our offer on a Sunday morning.
That's amazing.
So like these are things that being, in the game for a long time, building relationships, knowing how to build rapport with agents, knowing what to say.
And how to just be respectful of the other agent, right? And not just, yes, you're working for your client, but you're building relationships. Like this is the person you're going to be working with for the next month in escrow, right? You want to work with someone who knows what they're doing, who knows how to be in control of the situation, how to make things go smoothly. And I think that's huge. Sometimes that goes beyond just an offer that's really good. Yes, of course, you have to make an awesome offer, but that's what we're here for. This is like the behind the scene things that a lot of people don't see.
Yeah, I mean, these agents, they're not only looking at the offer. So let's just break this down. If there's one offer and you're the only offer, then okay, of course, your agent can negotiate for you.
Right.
But we haven't been in that market in years.
Right.
We've been in a multiple offer market for like the last 3.5, 4 years, right? If not more. So now these other things matter. And it matters for agents. They're not just looking at the offer anymore. They're looking at the agent as well.
Yeah.
I do this every single time I take an agent's offer. First thing I do, I look them up on the MLS, multiple listing service. How long have they been in the business? How many deals have they closed? How many deals have canceled or expired under this agent? I look at that stuff. I want to know.
Yeah.
Then I creep them on social media.
That's what I do too.
Who am I going to be working with this next 30, 40? Because I'm going to look up all that information and give that to our sellers prior to making an counter or presenting an offer, right? So any good agent's going to do this. It's not just us.
No, of course.
Right? So it's important who you work with.
Absolutely.
It matters. It goes a long way.
Yes.
Especially in Santa Cruz.
Oh, yes.
Santa Cruz agents don't play out here. Let me just tell you.
And I respect that.
I love it.
That.
I love it. We're so great. You know, we have gratitude to be in that circle, right? But I think we have the best agents around. It's a small knit community, and you know, you got to be ready. Like we make sure our clients are ready, because if you make just how people know, you could make a good reputation, you could have a bad reputation too, real quick. Agents out here, you do one bad deal, everybody's going to know about it.
Yeah, and then they're not going to want to take your offer.
They're not going to want to take your offers anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know, we make sure that our clients are ready. They make an offer, and then we're ready to go. And I'm excited because we have so many relationships out here. Our clients just have so much more opportunities than I think the average client does.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of clients and people who are in the market to purchase, there have been some new rental and tenant rights after the moratorium that have come up. And we want to share those with you because we want to talk about how that affects investors. Because there's a lot of people right now, a lot of homeowners, which we're experiencing, this affects the whole market, who are in their current residence and have an amazing interest rate. Maybe they refinanced when the rates were super low and they're locked in at those 3% rates. And they're thinking, I don't want to get out of this home and go move up to my dream home because now I'm going to have this higher interest rate, right? I can't get rid of my other house. I got to keep it locked in there. It's almost paid off. I only have 10, 15 years left on it and my rate's 3%. So why would I get rid of this house? So a lot of what's happening and a lot of what we're seeing is those people aren't selling that house. They're actually keeping that house, turning it into a rental and purchasing their next home, right? Because, you know, why would you want to get rid of such a great deal?
Which is another big reason why we have such little inventory.
It's kind of like a deadlock, right? There's not new stuff coming on the market.
Well, before these people were selling their homes to buy new homes, now they're not.
Now they're not.
Right? But we have something to share with them.
Yes, because these new rules that have come out
from LA County
after the moratorium may in fact affect you as an investor. So keep these in mind if you're planning on turning your property into an investment property or picking up some additional investments. There's a lot of new rules, and I want Chris to kind of touch on that if you have a little bit of time.
Sure. So I'm going to have to probably look at some notes.
Yes, of course.
But here's a big one. Number one is if you have a tenant that didn't pay rent, right, before April 1st, and I'm just going to say, let's say 10 months prior to that, they didn't pay you rent for whatever reason, but it was COVID related.
Right.
All they have to say is it was COVID related.
Right.
They don't need to give you anything in writing, proof, anything like that. They just have to verbalize it. Okay. So if they verbalize it, then now they have until February 1st of 2024 to pay you back.
Wow.
So before, what we were thinking, since we're in property management, is, hey, we could serve these guys a 3-day notice
once a moratorium,
April 1st, once it expired, and get them out.
But all these new rules came up effective the 1st.
Yeah.
I think there was like a 1-day lag time where they didn't have anything going.
LA County, and I'm going to say it loud right now, LA County does not care about landlord rights.
No.
At all.
No. At
all, right? And, you know, these are normal people, just like, you know, I understand people that have faced a hardship, right? I get it. But some of these landlords are facing hardships too.
Yes,
like
because
they're retired. They didn't put their money in a 401k. They put their money in real estate.
Right.
And they're living off of this rental income. That's all they have, right? And if somebody's not paying their mortgage and they don't have a mortgage and they have to still pay their mortgage, they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last couple of years.
Yes.
You could have went 45 months without making one single rental payment and you could still have a place to live.
Wow.
45 months.
I'm just wondering, like, are you saving your money in those 45 months or are you just getting conditioned to just be living for free? Like, what are you doing with that money?
I have so many conspiracy theories that I'm not going to talk about right now. that I believe.
Wow.
Like I'm starting to believe because I'm seeing it with my own eyes. But that's what was happening. There are people, tenants that are buying new cars and buying houses, right? Because they didn't have to pay their landlord money, any rent. And if they left, I don't think landlords are even taking them to court because the chances of getting that money are so slim to none.
Yeah, it's
and the
going to
headaches
cost them too much to even go through the headache of all that.
Right. So, all right. So let's go over some of the things quickly here. First thing is, if you miss some payments, your tenants miss some payments, they have until February 2024 to pay you back. Right. So that means you want to put them on a payment plan right now. Doesn't really mean anything because they still have until that time to pay you back.
Right.
Right. All right. So that's number one. Number two, if there's unauthorized, some people like have extra people living with them, right? Or unauthorized pets or other tenants. Mm-hmm. That's a process too. You got to do a 30-day notice and then start that process. Oh, wow. Right? There is another one, and I'm going to bring up my notes for this one because it's called, let me see what it's called here. 1 second. I have the notes.
It's okay.
Here we go. New requirements. So there's a new law called the threshold law. Mm-hmm. Okay. If anybody wants this information, reach out to us because I'm not going to bore everybody and slow it down so you could write this down, but it's really valuable stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say you have a rental property ranging from a studio all the way to a 4-bedroom. Mm-hmm. There's a threshold amount that the county says, hey, if you have a studio, you should be renting it for $1,534. That's the threshold. I'll explain what that means. If you have a 4-bedroom, they start about $3,170.
Okay. It's like an average.
It's an average. So here's what that means. If you're renting a studio out, let's say for $1,000 a month, and your tenant does not pay you, usually you can give them a 3-day notice. Right. This is now. This is not moratorium, COVID, anything. This is happening right now. This is what they changed April 1st. Before, you could just give them a 3-day notice. Right. If they don't pay, you can start the eviction process, right? Well, if that studio is renting, if it's not renting for $1,530, let's say it's renting for $1,000. Well, they're only behind $1,000 a month. They don't meet the threshold of the $1,530.
So you got to wait till they're 2 months late.
You got to wait till they're 2 months late.
Oh wow!
To serve them.
Just here, let's just sum this all up. If you're planning on investing, or you have a property that you are already getting ready to rent out, reach out to us because there's so many rules that you need to be aware of before you make that final decision.
2 more quick ones. Quickly. 3-day notice. Let's say you do get there. Mm-hmm. You also need to submit an eviction cover letter.
Oh yes,
with the county. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you have to prove that you did it. And it's more like a gotcha. They just want to find reasons for landlords to mess up, so that they could keep people in housing longer. Okay. That's really what's happening, right? Number 3, got to touch on this too. Before, you could serve somebody a 60-day notice once their lease is up, mm-hmm. that you're going to sell your property, mm-hmm. right? No harm, no foul. Hey, I gave them notice. They got to be out in 60 days. Right. It's gone.
Even after the lease is up.
So let me check my notes on that one. Just cause ordinance. So yeah, you can no longer do that. Now you might be subject to a relocation fee. Oh my god. Of $8,800. Oh my god. To $22,000, but probably going to be closer to $8,800, or 1 month's rent. Wow. But before, you didn't have to worry about that. But now you got to give the people the 1 month's rent at least.
Now this is all in LA County.
It's all in LA County.
Okay.
So it's funny because I follow this guy named Dennis Block. Mm-hmm. He's the #1 eviction attorney in the state of California. He's like done 250,000 evictions. He says if you live in a civilized, I don't agree with this, but it's funny. Glendale and Burbank are not subject to any of these new laws.
Really?
So that's key, because if you're looking for an investment property, you don't want to deal with this stuff, but you still want to invest in real estate. There might be some places that you want to focus on is Glendale and Burbank.
Huh. They're exempt.
They're exempt from this.
Huh. I wonder why just those cities. Maybe the city fought really hard with the county.
Okay. Last one. I know I said, but this is for sure the last one. Last one is if your property is an RSO, mm-hmm. which is
Rental Stabilization Ordinance.
Rental Stabilization Ordinance, which is basically anything that was built before 1978 that is not a single family residence is going to fall in this guideline. That's duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, apartment buildings, condos, townhomes, right? It's all going to fall under this if it's before 78. You cannot raise the rent this year.
Wow.
So if you were waiting, because you couldn't raise the rent for 4 years.
Because the moratorium.
Because the moratorium, and you were waiting and you wanted to raise it 10%, because that's legally, you could do 10%, right? Can't do it. Can't do it. So, they're making it very difficult. When I say they, I mean LA County, are making it very difficult for us as real estate agents, as for landlords. Before that was it's a no-brainer to invest. But now you got to just think twice.
Yes.
You got to consult a professional. Just don't go out and do it.
Yeah, weigh all of your
options, because maybe instead, if you buy something that's not an RSO after 78, you get away with a lot of the stuff. So it's a single family that's past 78. So maybe you're looking at more new construction stuff.
Right.
But anyhow, there's a lot to it. Obviously, there's too much information to cover in this small little show that we have. But if you have questions, reach out to us. We'd love to get you some answers.
For sure. So looking ahead to next week, we have a pretty busy week ahead of us, as always. And tomorrow I get a volunteer in Nola's class, which she's super excited about. That should be fun. And we get to meet up with our girl Stephanie over at SCV Pack Walk this week. So I'm excited to hear about her business and how it keeps booming. I love to always meet with her and celebrate her wins. And then this weekend, we get to see our niece for the first time, Ezra. She's having a birthday party, so we get to finally meet our niece. How are you feeling about that? Are you excited?
Super excited, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, look, it's the first time we've been invited to a birthday party, right? I miss my brother. I haven't seen my brother in a long time. So I'm happy to see him. I'm happy to see his new daughter, meet her for the first time.
It's going to be a lot of family time.
So we're definitely going to spoil her.
It should be lots of fun. And then so our family dinner is usually on that day, but we're going to just all go at the same time. I talked to Jocelyn and Tanya, and they're both going to the party too. So it should be a lot of fun.
So it's going to be a family birthday party instead.
Yes. So
maybe we'll buy her a Padawan cloak.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
She's on the way to becoming a Jedi one day.
Well, this weekend is Earth Day on Saturday, so I think that's a perfect opportunity for us to go out on a hike. What do you think?
Probably not, but I'm just being real. Maybe Sunday.
That's why I said this weekend.
Oh, you said Saturday. I thought
Earth Day is on Saturday, but let's go this weekend.
Yeah, maybe we'll hike the stairs at Pico and avoid mountain lions while we go up those stairs.
Let's not do those stairs.
You hate those stairs, huh?
You know what? I get really, really scared when I go upstairs like that. I have this fear of heights.
You have this weird depth perception
perception makes me really dizzy. Like I'm gonna fall and then just crack my face open, and it just won't be fun. So
yeah,
I don't know how people do those stairs. Like I get all weird when on the stairs.
You know what? I gotta say that women have superpowers, and we've already known this.
Right.
But I've done those stairs a few times. I used to do them with Jesus Arteaga, and 3 times is wow, my legs are on fire, right? And me going up 3 times, there's always some lady there that's 20 years older than me that has done 6 times to my 3 I was there.
Jen Calderon. She'll put a rock every time she goes up the stair, and then she's got all these rocks lined up on how many laps she did on the stairs.
I mean, whoever it is, just women, I don't know what it is, but they more endurance for sure.
We are very amazing.
You are amazing, baby, for sure.
I'm just curious, has anyone gone to see the poppies in Antelope Valley? Because I keep seeing people post about it, but everything's blooming and it's so beautiful. And I think that's why I really want to go on the hike, because you showed me a picture the other day. Wow, this is what Towsley looks like. Don't you want to go on a hike?
We got to go. We'll go Sunday.
Yeah, so
we'll go Sunday.
Fun.
I just don't have time to go Saturday.
No, of course.
Also,
get out some fresh air.
Just coming up tonight. I don't know if anybody could see it from over there, but I got my Laker socks on. Playoffs.
Yes, go Lakers.
Yeah, so it's fun. I mean, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs last year. They're in the playoffs this year. They're playing the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies were talking a bunch of trash prior to the playoffs, saying we're not afraid of anybody in the West. And then to make it even, a step further, they got this guy Dylan Brooks, who's an enforcer for their team. He does a dirty work, and he was begging. They got it on camera, him saying, I really want LeBron and the Lakers. And they got what they wanted.
Good.
So Lakers went to Memphis, punched them in the mouth, smashed them that first game. It was a close game, and then they just blew the doors open in the fourth quarter. But they're playing again tonight, 7:00. I kind of want to go watch it somewhere.
Well, maybe we'll go.
Maybe we'll go. Anyhow, they play tonight. If they win tonight in Memphis, that series is over.
Oh, yes.
If you can't win on your own home court 2 in a row, it's over. But it's nice. You're starting to see Laker fans get excited again because you're seeing a lot more Clipper and Golden State fans all over the place.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a good one for the Lakers. We might win it all this year, guys.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I could see it. I could see it. I see a path for it on the West in the Western Conference.
Yes. Who else are Laker fans out there? Everyone was pretty quiet today. Who's going to watch the game? I'm curious. Well, on Monday, we have the award ceremony for Santino at Pico Canyon. So I'm excited to see what that's all about and cheer him on. Nola's super excited to go too, cheer her big brother on because she got an award earlier this year.
And he got to cheer her on.
Yes.
He was there because all the kids come out.
Yeah. They all come out in the quad and cheer each other on. And Harry the Husky comes out and gets the kids all hype.
Gets the kids super hype.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
I'm so proud of our kids. I love our little babies. I can't wait to celebrate Tino. I know he's going to be so proud being up there. Yes. Can't wait to see his little face. He makes these cute little faces when he's like shy.
He's like all shy about it. So, well, we will continue to work on our fitness, our early morning workouts, which I've been very, very proud of myself. I have not missed one of my Monday or Fridays since I started this. So I got some more energy. I got things going. I'm happy.
Working out early in the morning, it dictates what you do the night before.
Right.
And you know what's funny is I was thinking, talking about the Lakers, I was like thinking to myself, maybe we'll go to the local, have dinner there, and then, watch the game because they have all the TVs there, right? Mm-hmm. But now that I'm thinking what tomorrow's jujitsu at 6 a.m. I'm not eating a burger. I'm not drinking a beer. So I guess we'll be watching it from home.
I always say that when I'm working out, it dictates like what I'm eating because I think about, if I put that in my mouth and I eat that, I'm going to be dying when I go to work out. So I just don't eat bad.
I mean,
or try not to.
But see, you're going to be dying if you go work out. I'm pretty close to death if I make a bad decision with my diet.
Right.
I'm going to physically get my butt kicked the next day.
Right.
Somebody's going to beat me up. I'm going to get choked out. I can't put that poison in my body tonight.
No, it's toxic.
So I'll be drinking a hot tea, watching the Lakers tonight from home.
Squeezing some lemon in there. Well, look at my girl Val is here with us. Hey, Val. She said, "Get it, Cori." No, you get it because Val, she's been a member at Orange Theory for a while, and I didn't know until I started posting about how I started. And she was like, "You go to Orange Theory? I can't believe it. I've been going since August." I said, "Girl, you need to start going early with me." And she said, "No, there's no way I'm going at 5 a.m. Do you know she's been going at 5 a.m. on Mondays and Fridays with me?
Awesome.
And then we hold each other accountable. The other day she texted me when I was on my way. "Where are you?" I'm like, "I still have 10 minutes to get to class. You need to calm down. I'll be there. Don't question me. I'll be there."
So do you girls compare your stats? How long were you in the orange today?
No, we just cheer each other on. We give each other a high five and we have a good time.
That's awesome. I know that's your girl, so that's
my
great.
girl. Yeah, it's so cool. She said, "Haha, she got me hooked." Yes, I'm so happy. I'm going Mondays and Fridays, but I know that she goes more often than that. I think she goes 3 or 4 times a week. And then we have our other friend Shanae. She's the one who got me to start going to Orange Theory, and she goes on Mondays.
She slammed you to go.
She did.
She did the closed, the alternative close.
Yes.
She was like, "Are you going? Will I see you there on Monday or will I see you there on Friday?"
Yes. I was like, okay, I'll go. But yeah, it was funny because last week Shanae didn't go. And when I saw her on Monday morning, I'm like, "Where have you been?" She's like, "Oh, well, and she had the reasons why, but she did make up for it later in the day. She went at a different class. But Val said, "Haha, she got me hooked, but now I need a power nap," and we motivate each other, Chris. But yes, sometimes we need those power naps. And I can't nap during the day because I start thinking about all the stuff I'm missing out on and all the things I need to get done. But sometimes that's just necessary, just a little bit of a rest.
Just a little rest, a little
snoozy. Yeah, I can't do snoozies, though. I just have more coffee.
It's probably not good.
Yeah, then I'm all speeding around like a crazy lady. But thanks, Val, for motivating me. I always love working out with you early in the morning and getting a start to our week and finishing off our week, which is always fun. I'm looking forward to that on Friday morning.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, I think that's going to be our show.
Already? We already have to go? Oh, yeah, it's going to be pickup time soon. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. We appreciate you hanging out with us and joining in on the fun. Make sure to catch us here weekly on Facebook Live every Wednesday at noon. We are your hosts, Cori and Chris Silva, and we will catch you next week. Bye.